Ladies and gentlemen, this story, I'm not going to keep you guys too long, but this is the story of the individual that you see on my screen. Her name is Tyren Edwards. It's spelled Tatyana, Edwards. She's 26 years old. And the idiot that you see right there, that is Abraham Hatch, Hatch. 19-year-old Abraham Hatch turned himself in to Mobile police on Sunday on charges of capital murder. Investigators believe that he caused extensive injuries that led to the death of the 3-year-old son of Tyren Edwards, who was booked on charges of felony murder on Friday. Let's just stop right there. Let's stop right there. You guys know I have a hashtag where I say hashtag when you date thugs, you date death, right? And you know, I've been carrying on this thing, I think ever since the Anaya Day Garrett story. And I've been talking about this point for a while. And I believe that the person that takes their children to the thug zoo and leaves their children in the thug lion cage, and that thug lion mauls and murders their children, I've been saying for a while now that that individual, which in this case it would be the mother, because she's the biological mother, that's the boyfriend, should be held just as accountable as the lion who murdered the baby. This is a situation where I think we're starting to follow that trend, so I'm thankful to be reading you guys this story. It's really quick. Let me tell you this. So they've both been booked. And according to Mobile police, Tyren Edwards, 26 years old, the mother, surrendered herself to Mobile Metro Jail on August the 13th of 2021. And I hope I'm saying mobile, whatever it is, it's close enough. Turned herself in on August 13th, 2021, which was only about 5 days ago, for her involvement, which led to the death of her 3-year-old son. And I don't think we have a name or picture as of yet, because this just happened, but I don't think we have that information yet. But detectives presented information on the case to Mobile County District Attorney's Office. After an assessment of the information, detectives obtained a warrant for felony murder. On August the 8th of 2021, police officers responded to USA Children and Women's Hospital in reference to a potential child abuse case. MPD states that the child had been transported to the hospital after being found unresponsive and a full cardiac arrest when Mobile Fire and Rescue responded to the initial scene. The child, unfortunately, succumbed to the resulting injuries on August the 11th of 2021, one day after my birthday. Isn't that something? On August the 12th, an autopsy showed the child suffered severe head trauma among several other severe injuries. It appeared the child had been abused over time. Another story where this abuse has been ongoing. I think that's all the information I have about that story. If I get some more information, I have to tell you guys about it.
The injury that most immediately led to the child's death was an impact to the head that caused a skull fracture as well as a brain bleed.
Breaking now, a Mobile woman and her boyfriend pleading not guilty to murder charges in the death of the woman's 3-year-old son.
A judge denying bond for Abraham Hatch, the boyfriend of Tyren Edwards. Edwards' bond is set at $150,000. Fox 2 News investigative reporter Brendan Kirby joins us now live. And Brendan, prosecutors claim the child suffered horrible abuse over a long period of time.
Yeah, that's right, Byron. Mobile County prosecutors say that Tyren's death last week was the culmination of weeks, if not months, of abuse. Mobile County Chief Assistant District Attorney Keith Blackwood says Tyren Edwards died from a blow to the back of the head, but he says the autopsy shows broken bones and other injuries occurring at different times.
We do know that he suffered over a period of time chronic abuse, multiple stages of healing for those bruises and fractures and burns.
Prosecutors say they haven't decided whether to seek the death penalty for Abraham Hatch. They accuse him of inflicting repeated abuse upon the child and say the boy's mother, Tyren Edwards, was complicit and helped cover it up. Lawyers for Edwards and Hatch deny those allegations.
We've not seen any allegations other than the complaint.
It is mere allegations at this point. And like I told the court when we were in there, when she was awoken by the co-defendant at 10 p.m. saying the child wasn't breathing, it was at that time that she noticed bruises.
I didn't notice anything.
Erica Massey, Tyren's grandmother, was in the courtroom today. Her son is the boy's father from a previous relationship with Edwards. Massey says she had the child as recently as last month and didn't see any signs of abuse until she saw him at the hospital last week.
He had to get those injuries that night because I didn't see anything. Remind you, I'm a grandmother, an old school grandmother.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I talked to Terrence Ball. He's Tatiana's father and the grandfather of the boy. He says his daughter didn't whip her child. He says he did notice small injuries, but not serious enough to trigger alarm.
Him being, a boy and 3 years old, they can get into stuff.
Prosecutor Blackwood says his office will prosecute the case vigorously.
He should have had the support of his family. He should have had the support of his mother. And instead, the last few weeks of his life, he was apparently tortured and abused and killed.
A preliminary hearing has been set for September 22nd for both defendants. Tyren would have turned 4 next month. Reporting live in Mobile, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.
A mother and her boyfriend are sitting in Mobile Metro Jail tonight, charged with the murder of a 3-year-old. Investigators say the little boy suffered from severe head trauma and was in cardiac arrest when they arrived at his home last week.
NBC 15's Rachel Wilkerson has been following this heartbreaking story for us. She joins us now. Rachel, you managed to get a hold of that police report.
I have, Greg. The report states 3-year-old Tyren Edwards was found lying on his back unresponsive with his mother, Tatiana, kneeling next to him crying. On August 8th, Mobile Fire and Rescue and MPD responded to 253rd Court in Orange Grove, finding 3-year-old Tyren Edwards unconscious and not breathing in full cardiac arrest. Paramedics tried to revive little Tyren as he was taken to USA Children's and Women's Hospital. According to the police report, one of the paramedics noted the 3-year-old had bruises all over his body. Officers responded to the hospital to investigate potential child abuse. 3 days later, on August 11th, Tyren passed away. MPD says the autopsy report showed he suffered severe head trauma as well as other severe injuries and noted it appeared the child had been abused over some time. 26-year-old Tatiana Edwards turned herself into Metro Friday. She's charged with felony murder. Investigators believe her boyfriend, 19-year-old Abraham Hatch, caused Tyren's extensive injuries. Yesterday, Hatch turned himself in on capital murder charges. The Mobile Housing Board told me it's heartbroken by this tragedy. The district attorney's office says the bond hearing for both Tatiana and Hatch is tomorrow. We will keep you updated.
But again, like I say, I think this is a perfect example that I think that this state, this county, should prosecute her to the fullest extent for putting her child in this level of danger and probably participating in this level of abuse to this child, and especially over a period of time. They both are responsible. Neither one of them protected this kid, and I think that they both deserve life in prison, and I think that there should be a special place in hell waiting on them when this time on earth is over. People like this should never be out of prison. They shouldn't even be in our society. Anybody who hurts our babies and hurts our children should never be allowed to be in our society, because those babies can't speak for themselves, nor can they defend themselves against the tyranny of their caretakers. They depend on us for each and everything that they get. We believe that babies' lives matter here at the AFC, and we're going to continue to ask for justice, and we're going to continue to advocate for our children first. We hope to get justice against both of these individuals for what they did to that baby. And to that baby, R.I.P. Thank you guys so much for listening to this story. Please make sure you guys continue to like, share, and subscribe to the AFC podcast. All right. We're going to continue to support our babies. All right. Peace.